live! Hey Jurassic World, the game community. I'm Alina, I'm a community specialist here at Ludia Games, and we're super excited to have you here on our first ever Jurassic World, the game live Q&A. We're very lucky to have Gilles, our lead animator, here with us today, answering some of your questions that you've sent us on social media before, or that you could comment right now in the comment section for this video. We're going to be answering all of your questions, or as many as we can, at the end of this video. So do watch until the end of the video. We'll be answering live questions, and we'll also be showing you some special footage. I think Gilles has a special tease for you guys, so it's pretty exciting. Do watch until the end. So just to reiterate, today we're talking about animation, and we're going to be answering animation questions. So if you have questions that are about something else, do feel free to let us know, but we'll be covering that in a different video in the future. So, all right, without further ado, Gilles, if I could tell the community a little bit about you. You have over 20 years of experience in the industry. You've worked on critically acclaimed AAA games on huge brands. You're very knowledgeable about game development. You know just about everything to have to do with animation. It's really impressive. CG, motion capture, 3D, 2D, character animation, keyframe animation, you name it. You are a great person to have here.
Thanks, Lena.
You're welcome. And so what brought you to Ludia? How did you get involved in the Jurassic World, the game team?
Well, first off, thanks for having me on today. This is fantastic. Happy to be here. And I just want to say a quick shout out to Burbaki Joseph. He was the original lead on Jurassic World, setting up the game. Did a fantastic, phenomenal job with his team. Set the proper tone, pacing with the animations for me. Anyways, just a quick shout out for that. So to answer your question, how I got into the industry, bringing me to Ludia, just for the viewers, just so they know, Montreal is a huge hub for the animation industry, having everything from like game studios, VFX, film studios, TV production, a lot of indie studios as well. I've come from two of the larger video game developer studios, and it just so happens through old contacts and colleagues, opportunity presented itself and came up that, hey, we got the Jurassic World brand to work on here at Ludia, and sign me up.
It's huge.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, we're super happy to have you. I think with that, we'll move on to some questions that were sent in to us already by the community. Sure. And I think you have some pretty cool videos about the animation process to show us as we're going through these questions. Yeah, I did some videos today. So the first question we got from Facebook.
Okay.
We had a community member asking, I have no idea how long it takes or how to make an animation for each dinosaur. Okay. So maybe you could shed some light on that.
Sure. It actually takes quite a bit of work creating these dinosaurs. For one dinosaur, it would take about maybe 2 weeks, and that's a team of 4 animators working all together. Yes. So and actually, I do for the first video, I could, if we can cue up the workflow. Yeah. Okay, we got the video up here. Here's the concept of what we're presenting. This was the mammoth, as everyone's familiar with now. And we're provided it goes to the art team where they create the model. Once this is created and approved, it is then handed over to our team, which will then begin here we go. We'll begin the next step is the rigging. And through this process, we create the bones on the character, followed by the controllers. And this actually takes quite a bit of time to go through. And this is one of our riggers, actually, that will set this up. As you can see here on the video, we got the bones, and these are the controllers that will appear here. And this is what the animator will use to articulate and move the rig and create the animations.
Okay.
Yeah. After this step, will be followed by the skinning.
What's the skinning?
The video will come right up next. Yeah. So, and with the skinning, this actually takes a bit of time as well.
Oh, wow.
And when these, here we go with the video. This is the rig of the mammoth. What we're seeing, I'm going to switch to the skinning part, as we see here. And I believe with the skinning, and I actually looked up the numbers, for our average polygon count, it was around 7,500. The mammoth actually is the largest, 13,000 polygons.
And what does that mean exactly for people
Well, the
who...
number of the triangles that you actually see displayed right here.
Got it.
And of course, we want to make sure the mesh doesn't it deforms correctly, so then when you animate, the character will move and not penetrate through itself. You can see the following steps, how it's evolved. We're provided a proxy rig, which the animator will use as a first placeholder, followed by it will iterate on various steps, and to what you see in game here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And through these steps, of course, there's also the VFX, there's the sound, there's a lot of other departments that take place in this
For sure.
creating just one character animation.
Amazing. We'll move on to the next question.
All right.
We have a player asking, would it be possible for the Indominus Rex to have a camouflage animation in game?
Who wrote in that question?
Our friend Adam.
Adam. Oh, thanks for the question, Adam. Actually, not animation related question, but no, I don't think it'd be possible, but that sounds really cool. I'll bring that up with the designers.
Keep it in mind.
All right.
All right. Where do you take your inspiration for the dinosaur animation, Gilles?
Well, anyone familiar with animators, and of course, if you're ambitious animators yourself wanting to get into the industry, everything is reference. I mean, we study as much as we can, of course, with Google as our first go-to, and video reference, everything from YouTube, Vimeo. There's a lot of different channels we look at. Of course, Gaming Beaver, shout out to him.
Shout out to Gaming Beaver.
Yeah, it's always great to hear what he has to say. But basically, once we collect all this information, and of course, with the number of animations that are needed, they all perform the same amount of attacks, the same idles. I discuss with the animators. We go back and forth and iterate on this through many different tries, and of course, exporting in the engine, testing the animations. And that's pretty much the steps, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of research. Goes into it. We want to be as accurate as possible. Okay, one more question. Will there be future aquatic creatures added to the game? Will these new creatures have new animations?
Excuse me. Yes. Of course it's possible we'll have a new up-and-coming aquatic aquatic creatures. New animations as well for these. I don't know when, maybe when this will be possible or which update, but I know there is a list.
Okay, I actually have a few more that we've received. We've received so many questions. We're doing our best to answer as many as we can, and we also want to get to the live questions at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so this person is very knowledgeable. In terms of animation, I would love to know if Jurassic World the game will ever update the Spinosaurus to its new design after more information was discovered in Morocco.
I'm not aware of updating this Spinosaurus, but of course this information with Morocco, it sounds interesting. I don't know about that. But, thanks for the heads up on that. We'll certainly research it. And, hey, it's possible. I mean, if we can make it cooler, we'll certainly look into it.
Yeah, thank you for the lead on that. That's pretty cool. All right, I also wanted to know if the animators could add more information about each dinosaur or creature to help make the game a little bit more educational.
Well, let's just say that, maybe it's something we're looking into. I mean, it is a possibility.
That'd be cool.
I don't have any other comment on that, but it is a good idea.
Okay, Gilles, how do we decide what animations are given to each creature?
Well, once the list of approved creatures have come to the animation department, and we start researching this, like I mentioned before, all the reference.
Right.
Each character follows the same number of animations per set. So they all have 4 attacks, all 4 idles. Sorry, and the question is, just repeat the question again. I want to make sure I answer it correctly.
Right. So once again, that's how do we decide what animations are given to each dinosaur, whether they're aquatic, land, or Cenozoic creatures?
So exactly, and as I mentioned earlier, everything is referenced. So by studying the creature and what type of movement, and of course with animators, everything with our job is tasked with movement, weight, rhythm, camera work as well. This all takes importance. And so basically, this is discussed with the animators, and we decide what's best, the best character movement for this dinosaur in particular.
Yeah. Cool. Why did you give Oncopristis the Megalodon animation? This person says it makes no sense. There could have been cool and unique animations.
We have quite a number of questions regarding this. Basically, we went with the less is more. As you know, we do reuse some animations and borrow some, and some others actually we create the new animations for each character. It's very common in video games to reuse animations. We try as best as we can to cater custom animations, but of course, there's a weight of data and time. Basically, we would like to invest into the future updates and create more new features. So, as I mentioned earlier, it takes a long time to create a dino.
Yeah. So
we can either create custom animations for all dinos, or we can, do the, less is more. Give you everything that the player wants, and give the new features as well.
That seems to make sense.
Yeah.
All right. How challenging was it to work on the animation of creatures that no one has ever actually seen move?
This is a lot of fun, actually, because
sure?
this is where we have our artistic, creative freedom a little bit. But again, everything through reference. Basically, not just videos, but movies. There's a lot of paleontologists as well with a lot of information of documentaries we look at, and it really gives us inspiration and ideas of what cool attacks or what cool, especially with eat animations. This has been a lot of fun as well. It's like, how would these creatures eat? Are they, especially for the herbivores, are they eating from the trees or the ground, or So it's basically we do a lot of study.
That's an important job. Which animations are the toughest to do? Is there a particular creature that's tougher for whatever reason? We have land, aquatic, Cenozoic creatures. Do any of those present special challenges?
That's a good question. I would say between the land and they each have their own challenges, really. I think land was probably the more complicated one because this was the first installment, so creating the game system, the battle system, the petting system. This established everything for the game for the aquatic, and then following by the Cenozoic. So that was probably most challenging for development. The Cenozoic had its own challenges, but at the same time, because the characters could relate more to references and animals that we have today, for example, the Andrew Circus, or Andrew, I call it for short. Please don't ask me any dino names. As the team knows, I can't pronounce them all. But of course, we can reference a lot of creatures from today. The dogs, cats, bears. Of course, we do influence with the movies and go with the cool factor.
Cool factor.
Yeah.
A few more questions that I've got here. Will we be able to see the process of any new dinosaur that we will have in a future update?
Well, it's possible. Maybe might be some dev diaries in the future. I don't know. But I do have a little teaser coming up at the end if you guys stay tuned in.
Yeah.
So we'll start with that.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see it. I haven't even seen it myself.
Okay.
Hey Ludia, have you ever thought about letting the user decide the skin of a model if it reaches level 40? I like to level my animals to max, but often I prefer the level 10, 20, or 30 look. Since the skins exist, it wouldn't take much effort to implement this.
Okay, interesting. Again, not an animation related question, but certainly take that in consideration. It sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, it does sound like a cool idea. And, we really appreciate that you guys write into us, are involved in the community. We try to read every single comment that you guys send us, and we definitely pass it on to the dev team, and we talk about it and let it inspire us.
All right.
I have to say, I think the animations are fantastic. and fantastic detail are a big reason I play this game, says this player. The creativity and imagination put into the design is superb. So that wasn't so much a question, it was more
who was that
a
from?
shout out. That's from Rodney. So thank you, Rodney.
Thanks, Rodney.
Moving on to some scaling questions.
Okay.
This player is saying, I know it takes a lot of effort to model them and stuff, but you really need to scale up the aquatic and Cenozoic creatures. Not all of them, just some. They look really small. Like Smilodon looks like some small house cat, and then Ice Age creature. Okay, yeah, that was worded a little funny,
actually,
but I think we get the point.
I do have the answer for this one. Yes, we do scale some of our characters, but in good reason. And actually, I think I do have another clip
awesome.
to play here to show you. This is an opportunity for the players actually to see these characters, not just from a game camera, but all side by side. Now, this is a character lineup of the Cenozoic. As you can see, it's quite a varied range between the tallest being the Andrico and our smallest with the Smilodon. Mm-hmm. Due to the size relation, it's very difficult to have with the size of the arena and cater to like the largest versus the smallest, or largest against largest. Take the land, for example. An obvious is the Argentinosaurus. We actually did have to scale him down a little bit because he would be enormous.
Of course, yeah.
He would actually wouldn't even fit into the battle arena. So we do have to do a little bit of scaling, and we try to perfect. We have done in certain little updates to readjust. But if there's any ones that you want to see or flag to us, I'll be happy to take another look.
Yeah, do let us know. Okay, so with that, I think we're ready to move on to some live questions.
All right.
Just a reminder to everyone watching that we're only answering animation questions today. We really want to know what you think, whatever it is, even if it doesn't have to do with animation. Let us know anyway, and we'll address that in future videos. It's the first time we're communicating to you guys in a live Q&A. So we definitely want to know what you think of this format, if you want to see more videos, what kinds of videos and topics you want to see us address, and we look forward to making more of these in the future. So moving on to the live questions.
This will be fun.
Is there a creature that isn't currently in the game but you wish was?
Well, it's actually, there are quite a number of dinosaurs. I mean, currently I think we have over 200 dinosaurs in the Jurassic World game, but I know one of my personal favorites would be the Titanoboa. I said Titanoboa. But yeah, certainly I think that would be pretty interesting. This thing was so cool. It was huge. For all of you that don't know which one it was the snake.
Okay.
I mean, this thing was incredible.
Like, how big are we talking?
Well, actually, I mean, I'm not saying I started to research this, but let's just say it's quite a challenge for the opponents for other dinos.
Interesting.
Yes. That's all I'll say on that for now. But
I have another question here.
Yeah.
Hi, Gilles.
Hi.
How would you compare Jurassic World, the game's animations, to Jurassic Park Builders animations, which is a previous Jurassic game we had?
Fair question. I mean, obviously, with the game has evolved, and I think if you compare the animations side by side, they're both fantastic. A lot of work was done, put into it. In the Jurassic World, you can tell there was a lot more weight and a lot more study that was put in. I mean, you can feel, especially with the camera, it's a little more epic, if I could say.
I think I agree. All right. Nice modeling. Is this 3ds Max? So this player wants to know what software we're using.
Larissa?
Animation, yes.
Yes, we are using 3ds Max.
Okay. Short and sweet. What was the hardest animation to make?
Also 3ds Max and ZBrush. Sorry if that helps. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the hardest animation to make? Do you reuse any rigs? Says Nicholas.
Using 3ds Max, we do use an auto rig. However, this is still customed and tweaked a bit, obviously for the different size dinosaurs and different scale, longer necks, the tail. So yes, it's Hope that answers that.
Moving on,
Yeah.
Billy Smith is asking, will there be more Cenozoic creatures?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay, short and sweet. We have a few shout outs.
Okay.
Thank you, Jurassic World. I like it very much. I hope it becomes the best game in the future. That is
Wow.
very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, I think you have a tease for us.
Okay, do you guys want to do this now? Sure.
I think it might be, yeah, I think
Okay.
we'll show the tease.
From the last question, somebody asked about the Cenozoic up, if there's any more characters up and coming. Let's roll the next clip. So, surprise, this is the Megalosaurus. This is currently work in production. These are rough animations right now.
this is
We still have
awesome.
some polishing to do. But this will be coming in your next update. So I hope that answers for everybody. And
That is
this has been a
very
lot of fun,
cool.
actually. This is a really, really cool character, and we've been excited about this on the team.
And if you're watching, you are the only ones who've seen this tease. No one else really knows that this creature is coming. So little perks
Right.
for being part of the community. I don't know if we have any more questions. We have a
Okay.
few last shout outs that we're going to share with you guys. We have a bunch of people saying, hola, hello, my friends, Jurassic World the game. Very good.
Hola.
Thank you so much. It's really awesome having you guys in the community. Shout out to us, give us feedback, give us your questions, comments. Like I said before, we really love getting these, and it helps inspire the team, give them ideas for things they want to add to the game, inspires us in community to share certain types of information with you guys, so we really appreciate it.
Oh, and loving the artwork, too, that the community gets sent to them. A lot of the
Oh
dinos
yeah,
and the
our
drawings.
fan art.
Yeah, well, I come from the 2D background myself, so for animation and seeing these drawings, some great stuff out there.
We are very impressed. We are consistently impressed with the level of fan art we receive. Good stuff. So just to wrap up, I just want to reiterate, let us know what you want to see next time. You guys decide. We're listening to what you say. Let us know in the comments, on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what you want to see, what content you want to see, and we'll try to make more of these. Let us know if you like this format, who else you'd like to see us interview, and we'd be really happy to see it, to do it for you guys. I just want to remind you guys, if you like this video, follow us on social media, like us. If you missed part of this video, it's going to be uploaded on Facebook. It's also going to be on our YouTube channel, so you could watch it there later. You could share it with your friends. And that's about it. Thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up. And to wrap it up, I think we're going to do a roar
We're doing the
for
roar?
you. We're going to do a roar.
Okay,
Your
all right.
favorite dino roar.
All right.
Are you ready for this, Gilles?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Thank you for watching.